Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing tire rotation on my RAV4. So the RAV4 or any other vehicle that is a 4x4 driving train or all-wheel drive, basically. The way you rotate tires is you remove the front tires, swap them with the back ones. The left ones stay on the left, the right ones stay on the right, and just move this to the back and the back one to the front. That's it. So in my case, that's what I'm doing. My tires are worn out more in the front than the back. Last time tire rotation was completed, I think was, I want to say about 6,000 miles ago. So I need to do that. Otherwise I'll need to buy new tires. So I'm trying to delay the purchasing of new tires for a little bit, just because these are expensive tires. It's about 200 to 230 a piece. So I want to keep them as much as I could. So yes, I will loosen the lug nuts while it's sitting on the ground, and then I will lift it up with a jack and then put jack stands underneath the designated spots. There is a spot there and a spot there indicated by 2 notches. If you have this is one of the smaller jack stands, floor jack. It's one of the small ones, but it's enough to lift the vehicle a few inches just so the tire can be loosened. That's it in my case. Otherwise you would need bigger than that. That's kind of like kids style. And these jacks came with it, the jack stand, so that's what I'm going to do. Lift it up there. Of course we'll need to loosen the lug nuts here and loosen the lug nuts there, and then lift it up, put jack stand, lift up there, put the jack stand, and then remove this tire. While it's off, check the pressure of the tire, make sure it is up to specs, and then put it over there. Remove that other tire, check the pressure, make sure it's up to specs, put it back in here, tighten, hand tight, and then same thing with that, hand tighten. And when you finish with the hand tighten it a little bit more with maybe a breaker bar, and then put it down on the ground, and then you tighten it up to specs, which is 76 foot-pounds of torque on this, which I have that Tekton click torque wrench. What I'm going to be using. All right, so I'll show you a little bit later when the car is up on the stand. All right guys, so my tire rotation process is at halt right now because this jack stand I was going to use, floor jack and jack stands, the floor jack is really small, and this is at highest capacity, the maximum height, and the wheels are not off the ground yet, so I can't do the rotation with this thing. I'm gonna have to go take the one that came with the vehicle from the back and use that one instead, because this one is no good. All right, so we'll come back to you in a few minutes once I get that other jack that came with the vehicle in here and use that. Cheers. Alright guys, so I went ahead and removed the little tiny floor jack and found this one that came with the vehicle. It was sitting like that on top of the spare tire in the back under the loading stuff, under the whatever that is called, tray or something. And it comes with these. So this one end has a socket that fits your lug nuts, so it doesn't say on it, but it's 21, and it fits perfect. And you have this other thing, this rod goes in here, and you will connect this other end. This other tool has a square here, you will connect it in there, and you turn it with your hand and it goes up. So this is already higher, and it will go higher when I turn it. And because of the floor jack, yeah, floor jack being flimsy, I'm going to go ahead and replace these jack stands with the Husky ones. The Husky one seems a bit bigger, so probably safer a little, even though they are both 2-ton rating. But you know, I'm just gonna remove that little one and put the Husky ones instead once I get it high enough to remove it. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Alright guys, so finally I got the wheels off the ground, that one and that one, both off the ground. I used the scissor jack that came with the vehicle, raised it up high enough to put the jack stands underneath and release the vehicle. When it sits on the jack stands, it still needs to be above the, the wheels still need to be not touching the ground, so you can remove them and swap them. So I'm at that stage now, so both right side of the vehicle, both wheels are off the ground. I'm gonna remove them, swap them, put them back, tighten them hand tight and a little bit tighten, and then once it gets on the ground we'll torque them. Alright, so tire removed. This is the back tire I brought here already, or wheel, and this is the front wheel or tire I brought back here. And now would be a good time to take a look at the brake disc lining to see if the disc pad, brake pad, needs to be replaced. Now it's not showing there in the video very good, but mine is still thick. I think it has another, 20,000 miles or something in it left. So, and to confirm, I bought one of these brake pad thickness gauge, so we'll use that in a moment. I also brought my inflator here, so we'll make sure to put the sticker on the driver's side says it needs to be 33 psi. I'm gonna do 34 psi and leave it at that. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do next. Well guys, since you have the tire or the wheel off the rotor here, it's removed, it is best to get one of these gauges to check the thickness of your brake pad, just to be sure that it is good to go. I already checked the front and the back ones on the right side of the vehicle. I suspect the other side is the same. I already checked them, and the front one is 8 millimeter. It's maybe even 9. It's 9 millimeter. It's not 8. It's above 8 but below 10. I want to say it's 9 millimeter. And the back one is 7 millimeter. It's below 8 and above 6, so it is 7 millimeter. So it is very good for that purpose. I'm gonna go ahead and put some air in the tires here. As I said, I will put them at 34 psi and mount them and hand tighten them. Alright, so that is what I'm gonna do now. And this is my son here behind me. He's trying to learn stuff. So alright guys, so I was checking the pressure and it looks like it's already at 35.5. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna add anything to it. This is from Toyota. This is what they put in it. So we'll just leave it at that. I don't need to add anything to this one. This is the one from the back. So we'll go ahead and mount this one. Alright, so this other tire that I brought from the front going to the back, the pressure on it is 34.5. So we are going to give it one more psi. All right. Okay, so now it's 36, but when I release the hose, I'm gonna let some air out, so it should be 35.5, like this. Okay, so that should be enough, half a psi. Alright, so I'm gonna mount this one. I already mounted this one, hand tightened. Okay. Alright guys, so this is the torque wrench I was telling you about, and it's one of these click torque wrenches, and it goes up to 150 pounds, foot-pounds, and it goes up to 2035, no 203.5 nanometer, Newton meter, I'm sorry, not nano, Newton meter. Alright, so here you will need to release this bolt, and then you turn this until it goes up to, for example, 70 here. We want it to be at 76. Gonna do 77 just to give it a little extra. And now it stopped, but you need to release this a little more, and you keep going until it's at 70. Now it is 70. You see the 0 is right on the 70 line. So now we need to turn it all the way to 7, number 7, and that will be 77. So here is the number 7 indicated by that line. You see it's right below 80. So this is 77. We will tighten this, and this should be 77 foot-pounds of torque. So this is what I'm going to do here. And now let's try it. Okay, you do star pattern. I know I said earlier we will put it down on the ground and then tighten it, but maybe we can just do it this way. Okay, and they are turning very easily. That means they are not at the required torque. They were tight earlier, now they got loose again, and I suspect it's because, you know, the tightening went down. All right. I might be too far away from 76 foot-pounds here, I don't know, but we'll do it anyway. Yeah, just going by hand. I might be way off. There we go. Yeah, these are way out of the 76 or 77. I've never done this before, so if you have experience, you probably would use an impact wrench or impact driver or something to do it, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not sure how much force I need to apply, or if it's going to stop, or if I might damage the bolt. So just gonna do it the long way since I don't have experience, the safer way. Yeah, they are very loose. Yeah. So it is still at 77, and I think they reached the torque, not the torque, they reached tightening. So now we'll torque them. Okay, so there we go. That is all you need. That is at 77. There you go. That's the second one. There you go. Third. Fourth. There you go. That's it. They are torqued to 77 foot-pound of torque. So the required is 76 by Toyota. I gave it 1 extra pound, 1 foot-pound. So that should be good. Gonna go ahead and do the other one, and we'll finalize the video at that point. Alright guys, so I completed the tire here in the back, set the torque to 77 foot-pounds, and they're all tightened very well. So gonna go ahead and lower it down. I already lowered down that front one, and it's good. Gonna go ahead and lower this one down, and I will move on to the other side, and that will conclude the whole rotation. So thank you so much for watching this video with me. Well, give me a second, let me lower this down and we will finalize it. Alright guys, that's it. The rotation is complete for the right side. The left side of the vehicle will be the same process. Lift it up, take the tire from the front, put it in the back put it in the front, and same thing. So if you do the same exact thing, you'll do fine. Alright, so if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, or if you have ideas or notes. And if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. I hope you had fun with this one, and we'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.